This man is my hero. Yeah, and like you saw that vlog where I put like that little section in there. Like, that is amazing. I love that guy did that. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the sense of humor is one of the most important things in facing any situation, political, artistic, whatever.
basically,
Because inherently, humor requires both an understanding of the source material to
mm-hmm.
effectively pull off, and an understanding of how to alter it so that people will pay attention to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. Humor is inherently much more clever than people give it credit for, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope we see it show up more
Mm-hmm.
in serious social situations,
Mm-hmm.
because there is a difference between seriousness and sombriety.
Mm. Well said. Well said. Okay, so do you have a guilty pleasure, Evan?
Oh, you mean aside from the room?
Okay,
Uh,
aside from the room, I should have seen that one coming, but yeah, aside from the room.
well, uh, quite a few of them actually.
Let's narrow it
I
down to
just, I
one.
just definitely just a wife of guilt. Well, I have a ton of music that I know is inherently bad
Mm-hmm.
in all my music playlists, because I believe that if you don't listen to garbage stuff every now and then, you'll appreciate the good stuff less and become a snob.
I appreciate that and I understand that, but it's so weird that it's like you just put stuff that is bad in your. That's weird, Evan.
Yeah, I know.
I guess it's my fault for asking. So, have you heard of Dark Side Phil?
Dark Side Phil. I have not. I'm assuming this is your guilty pleasure?
He is my guilty pleasure right now, and he is. I'm gonna say interesting because I'm trying to badmouth people less. He has enough bad press without me saying anything. If you search Dark Side Phil up like right now, you will find like some of the dumbest stuff ever.
For all the people who out there who always say that, oh, he's horrible at games, I think this is kind of a shot to the or punch in the face for those idiots, because the bottom line is, again, I can be good at games if I want to. If I actually want to take a minute to try to be serious with it, I can do it. The thing is, when I'm doing my playthroughs, I don't want to do that, and that's why I play. Oh no, he sucks at Metal Gear, because I wasn't trying hard to do good at the game. That's not what I do. I'm not a top-level pro player at every game that I play. I'm trying to have fun. That's the key here.
He is so bad. Videos making fun of him get more views than the actual videos he makes. And he produces like long-form raw gameplay. And like so he goes on Twitch and then he'll upload the stuff onto YouTube, and whatever, he's got a Patreon. He's constantly guilt tripping his fans and all that. He has several. These aren't his, but there are like several groups of people whose sole purpose, or at least maybe not sole purpose, just like that have channels dedicated to bashing this man. And I'm subscribed to the Sons of Kojima, and they did a 7-hour video about the MCN he just joined, and how it's basically a cover up for a channel that just uploads Naruto episodes and gets the ad revenue off of those. At least from what I've been told now. Apparently they have like the owners of that company and they're going there to clear their name, but just the level of like I'm losing the word because it's just detail and like effort gone into just making this guy look bad. It is horrifying because like, and these are like all ex-fans of his too, so they're like, yeah, whatever, we hate this guy. Like, this is, I wonder if Justin Bieber has like anybody like close to that. I know there are like anti-TV shows channels, but this is an anti-YouTuber channel. It's insane. I'm impressed by like just how ridiculous that whole thing is, and I'm bothered by the fact that I just finished watching a 7-hour video about the people who hate this guy. Oh man, and they have several like lasting, long like friendships that were built off of hating DSP. That's just, I don't have the words, Evan. Wait, I don't have the words. That's all.
I would definitely have to know more about this before I say anything about it. All I can really say is that is some very specific hatred.
And I will not say it is undeserved. I think they step a bit too far in some spots, but at the same time, like, more often than not, he's just screwing himself over. And that's, I think, and this his lack of self-awareness. That's what I think is worst of all. But, yeah.
So it's more like criticizing Michael Bay than criticizing Ed Wood.
Michael Bay, except that his movies don't make millions of dollars. Like, he's poor and he actively blames other people for his poorness. That version of Michael Bay.
Well, we all have that guy. Like
Go on.
I'm a member of this one British meme site called Tickled. It's basically just reposts at this point. The site's been essentially dead for a while. But I remember way back in good gravy. What was it? 2012? Might have been 2012. There was an entire trend based off of the simple phrase "ball." Oh shoot! I forgot ad revenue.
Dude,
never mind.
We need that sweet ad revenue.
Bleep it in
killed us.
post-production.
I don't do bleeps. I'm gonna do fart noises if I ever censor anything. So.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, because those are funny. Fart noises are funny, man.
Yeah, totally. I will say that in defense of being fair to everything, I have seen one fart joke in my entire life that was actually funny. And ironically enough, it was from The Master of Disguise, which is an exceptionally not funny movie.
Oh yeah, right. Dana Carvey in the turtle suit. Go on.
Yeah, like I'm not going to go into details about that, just because I don't know. It just doesn't seem worth it. But anyway, there was this whole phase in Tickle just based on, I'll change it, Screw Paul. Because this one member just told a story about how he came back from, it might have been deployment or something or whatever, and his best friend stole his girlfriend. And the guy was like Paul. So the entire site just got into a whole thing. Every single post, even the well-intentioned ones, would just have at the end, "Oh, by the way, screw Paul." It would be like, "Here's a bunch of funny cat pictures, screw Paul."
Yeah. It's pretty lame of that guy.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
Takes me back.
Takes you back to fonder times. So speaking of Britain, did I tell you about how I got published?
Oh, I don't believe so, no.
Okay, so it's not anything big. Like, I'm just on some website in London now, and they messed up the formatting on the article I did, but it's there. I don't know if anybody reads my blog, but I did a piece called "Too Much Mac and Cheese in My Potato Salad," basically saying, like, don't force social change, and I guess don't artificially force social change, because, like, there's kind of a time to, like, just kind of move forward, but you don't want to. Dang it. I word it better in the thing that I wrote, you know, like, I don't know, like, once you've seen great debaters and that whole argument about why black people should be allowed to go to white schools, it kind of, like, changes that whole thing. But that I did that piece. There was somebody looking for submissions. I'm like, you know what? I'll send it in. And they're like, hey, we like it. And I said, okay, sure, here you go. And then months later, like, hey, you're published. I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. And then I got, like, 2 more Twitter followers. Holla at your boy. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Also, hey, wait a minute. I got more subscribers on YouTube, too. That was fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got, like, 1 more subscriber and then, like, some more after I did the vlog, so that was cool. Yeah, so I'm published in the UK now. It's called Too Much mac and cheese and my potato salad. I hope my article comes up first because it's better formatted. Oh wait, I hope they don't find this. Hey, if you find this, I love you guys. Thank you for publishing my stuff, but you messed up the formatting. I'm sorry, you did. I don't hate you though.
Mm.
Yeah, I wish that. So I used a I remade a section of The Walking Dead like in this blocky art style. I don't know if I gave them permission to use that picture, but they didn't use it, and that was a companion piece to it because I name dropped The Walking Dead. And I was like, man, that really would have helped it out, you know? But they didn't, so we're alive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I'm published now. Suck it, everybody else.
Ouga.
Yeah. So that was fun being published, and I shared it with like my family, and they're like, "When did you write this?" I'm like, "I don't know, a while ago." Like, "It's really good, son." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." My ego is now very big, and then I got my comic reviewed, and that took me right down. That took me right down off the high horse. Right down off, like, "Oh yeah, I'm a legitimate writer now. I'm published." Like, "Hey, yeah, your comic is lackluster. Why did you hype up these two guys and have them kicked in the nuts by a little kid?" I'm like, "Oh man, I ruined it."
Soiled it.
Basically. Basically. Oh, but yeah, it was eye-opening, and I'm really thankful I got that review, but at the same time, I couldn't write for a few days because I felt like such a failure, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I feel that I'll have a small leg up once I finish this poetry collection, because right now, I made it a goal at the very start of college to fill out an entire notebook with just poetry. And then I would add companion illustrations and see if I could get it published like a pseudo-serious Tim Burton ripoff style of Shel Silverstein stuff. And I'm almost done filling out that sketchbook, so over the summer I'm going to edit all the comics up and then see if I can get it published. But I feel like I will have a bit of a leg up in the publishing industry, because I already have no self-respect as is, so any criticism I take, I'll just be able to build up from.
Boo, yeah, amen to that. I high-five you, but we're thousands of miles away, so that's not going to happen.
Is it thousands? I have no idea how distance works.
You know what? I think it's more like 600 miles, not even 600, like 2 hours away. 500, 300? Not even? Not even? Let's say 300 miles away. That doesn't matter. You're at Davis. Oh, hey.
Josh is at Davis. I'm in Santa Cruz.
Right, never mind. I'm like, wait a minute. Josh is at Davis. What the heck? Yeah, I was just thinking, like, wait a minute. So do you guys go to the same college or not? But you clearly don't. So I was mistaken. Oh yeah. So me and Josh, like not a couple days ago, like just last time he was over here, we got to just sit down and play like COD, and it had been a long time since we had done that. And I was just going back to like just high school to where like every other week we would just hang out and like just shoot each other. And I was just thinking to myself, like, is this wrong? Is it wrong we're enjoying ourselves when we're adults and we're supposed to be like working on fixing our lives? Apparently not. But he's off. What is he majoring in? Do you even know?
He's doing let me see if I can remember the title correctly. He's just doing film and then some type of special mathematics as a minor.
Of course he's doing some kind of special mathematics. That's just...
No, number theory, that was it.
Okay. So he told... Okay, well, nobody knows who Josh is. If you watch the 1984 movie that I have on this channel, he's the idea man behind that. I just edited it together, and... yeah, that was weird.
So that was a joy.
That was both fun and ridiculously stupid, and I didn't see the stupidity until after it was done. there was a missile from COD dropped in this 1984 action flick directed by Michael Bay, with a bunch of guys with Nerf guns. It's so dumb. But I'm glad I was a part of it. It was a real growing experience. I told you I did that while working on animatic for my own 1984 project, right?
Yeah.
Brother Man is a workhorse. I did 2 videos at once. I'm the best guy ever. Hire me for editing. 510-600-2291. Yeah. No, that's the end of that tangent. Josh, if you're watching this, you suck and I hate you. Unsubscribe. I don't. Okay, so you saw me name drop Josh in the Vlag, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if he watches. If he does, he does not tell me. I almost want to just call him up and be like, "Hey, have you seen any of my stuff?" Like, no. Like, you maybe should. I don't know. I know in Purgatory, once it gets published, I'm giving him like a section in the back, just because.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, for some reason, I just remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you were talking about being published in Britain earlier, but technically, haven't both of us been published before?
Where?
As well as Josh. In that one wordsmiths class.
Oh no, that wasn't published. That was not published. We just did books. We just did a book and we printed it together. That wasn't published.
Well, there were some extra copies that weren't just for us, so I'll say technically.
I'm not okay. When you have to say technically, you know it's not valid.
I know. I just wanted to remember Aladdin.
That was
probably Josh's crowning achievement. Okay, so for those of you at home, what we're talking about is during high school we did this one little writing workshop class together. It was fun enough, nothing too big or anything. But our dear friend Josh wrote a wonderful little piece called Aladdin. I don't think it had a subtitle, but if there was a subtitle, it would be Aladdin, or how Disney basically screwed everything up.
Yeah, that's a fair little title for it. Like, it was really good, very well done, and like everybody died, so that was fun. Yeah.
There was genuine guffawing going around.
Yep. I hope he makes it, just so that this whole underdog story of him just goes full circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope him and Max Landis get together and they make the super movie like to the point where the world has never seen.
And hopefully, like, the central plot point is something around the Macaulay Culkin cult that was established in that one. It wasn't Half in the Bag. It was something Red Letter Media made with Max Landis that included a Macaulay Culkin cult.
I want to know whatever that is because that sounds amazing, and I want a cult. I think that's a decent life goal, wanting a cult around something you've done.
Now I remember. It was a best of the worst episode. They found this really bad 90s kid film or whatever with one of those live action Macaulay Culkin type stars, except that this kid never made it past this movie, I think.
Oh man.
So like after the episode they had Max Landis on and everything. They just did this little sketch where Landis brought a copy of this bad film to some secret cult den, and there were like a whole bunch of really beautifully shot scenery of just this weird cult going on. There's rituals, there's all this smoke going around, they're dancing, and he goes deep into the cult layer, and at the center there's just Macaulay Culkin himself just chilling out like, I demand sustenance, and he brings forth the 90s child star film, and he's like, good, and then they just have this weird sacrifice and the video ends.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, I love Landis and his stuff. I love the video he did on wrestling because he basically encapsulated everything I liked about it. Because it was never about like the athleticism. That was a part of it, and that was part of how you like define a character's personality. But it was more about the storytelling. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it because he did a very good job. Max Landis, you're the best guy ever. Let's give him $1 million so he can make Chronicle 2. Wait, would there be a Chronicle 2? I never finished it. Well, why don't you know? You're supposed to know everything about everything, Evan. You're useless to me now. You're fired.
I've never watched anything Max Landis. Not intentionally, although it's somewhat intentionally now because during seeing The Room with Sam and everyone, they brought it to my attention that I look exactly like him. So I looked back at an episode of Half in the Bag that had him, and I was like, dang it, they're right.
Yeah.
Because I've got the stupid hair and everything. So it's like, dang it, now by obligation I can't see anything of his.
No,
Or else I'll be a ripoff.
Yeah, you can. That's like saying that just because you look like MLK, you can't watch the I Have a Dream speech. It's awesome for everybody. Come on, man. At least watch The Life and Death of Superman. That one was really good, and like there are people who will just pop in, and you'll be like, "Wait a minute, who is that?" And then they'll just leave, and you're like, "Wait, did that just happen?" It's really good. It's really good. Go watch it. I might watch it after this. It's very good.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, something else I want to just recommend: Double King by Felix Colgrave, I believe. It is. I don't want. I don't even want to spoil it. Like it's a silent film and it's really good. Very well. It's like animated. It's very well done. So Double King and the Life and Death of Superman. What else am I recommending? Oh yeah, Purgatory, obviously, because it's the best comic ever. You should totally go read it. And
definitely.
Absolutely.
Purgatory, best graphic novel. Evans Whole Grain Glot, best newspaper comic.
There you go. What else? Nope, I guess that's it in terms of recommendations for now. Super Eye Patch Wolf is a pretty cool channel. I just wish I can only take so much of his style at once, and that might just be because. Oh yeah, have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
Hunter x Hunter. I think I used to know what that was a bit ago, but I never bothered to see it, and now it's in that dark recess of things I know I should see but haven't.
Yeah. It's pretty. I don't know how to feel about it at this point. I'm about a fourth of the way in, and I'm trying to figure out whether or not I still like it, because it has some of the stuff I liked about One Punch Man, and it has some of the stuff I liked about Monster, and I just wish I'd figure out whether or not I liked it or not. I love like Gon, and so not even that I like Gon, like just Gon. I get him, and I understand their whole deal. I need something else to latch onto, I guess. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's an anime. That's why I never really bother with anime. I don't know why. I just have a very, very intense aversion to filler. Like even when a show's good,
okay.
When I it's pretty easy to tell when there's filler about, and that automatically puts me off of even the best shows.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't do regular TV a whole lot either.
Yeah. I don't blame you. And like the filler in Hunter x Hunter hits hard. It's cool because it kind of lets you know that it's filler, so you know to skip it if you're on a streaming site. But at the same time, I'm still bothered that it's there in the first place. I understand why it's there. I just wish it wasn't. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the only anime I've ever watched to completion is like probably just Corpse Party, since that's just 4 short episodes and they're quite succinct.
I keep seeing copies of Ghost Party for like 3DS with like these little like keychains, and apparently they're like really cheap. I've been meaning to get them, but they cost money, and I'm trying to save my money. So we've been separated this entire time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just the same game as what's on Steam, so like you could just get it on Steam for $5 and run it on a potato.
I could get it on Steam and run it on a potato. I just got my my old PC fixed. So, oh yeah, I dropped this already, so I might get it fixed. I know I need to play Undertale. I need to play Undertale and Corpse Party, I guess.